We'll start at the top with Cole Hocker.
The Olympic champ is hungry, and he can turn a sharp corner here after a disappointing first two. Look for him to wait to the final 100.
There's your bronze medalist.
Surprisingly, the best 800-meter guy out of the 800-meter podium so far. Yared is not necessarily explosive, but he has a long stride and covers ground quickly.
Nice yell of goose from the crowd as he comes through. Josh Kerr, silver at the Olympics.
He dropped 5 seconds from Kingston to Miami. If he does that again, that's a world record. He needs to finish in the top half of this field, though.
Marco Arop, super excited. His Edmonton Oilers are going to play for the Stanley Cup.
Undefeated in Slam 800 so far. He should not let this race lag. Make it honest. No funny business with that cut in from lanes 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know what Josh Hoey's got, but you know what? He hadn't been beat yet.
He's a hometown favorite. You can hear it from the crowd. He likes to control races from the start. Is he going to fight Marco for the lead? We're going to see.
There's 2 things I don't like in the world. People who disdain other people's culture and the Dutch. No, what is it? That's from Gold Member or whatever from Austin Powers.
Well, Samuel's the European champion. He's had a breakout season indoors.
Elliot Giles.
You know, it's his first race since February, so he may defer to others here early on. He's going to be happy to follow, and we'll just want to see him slide in into lane 4 without any issues.
This fellow went to the Olympics in both the 8 and 15.
And he said in the press conference that he should have been a racer. This is his opportunity to prove it right now. Show us, Hobbs. Tell me I was wrong.
So just to remind you, the Royce will be running lane 4. You see the curve there, but the guys in lanes 1, 2, and 3, when we get to the normal break point on the back straight, have to move to their right, and the guys in the outer lanes will move to their left as normal. Ball holding our breath, Carrie.
Well, I love that right there watching Hobbs Kessler get out in front there, but then we see Marco Arop. This is his race, right? We've seen him win now at both the last 2 slams over 800 meters. Today is the first time he gets to run his event in the first day of the slam. But Josh Hoey, the guy right there, Josh Hoey on the inside, or on the outside, excuse me, he likes to lead. There we go. We see him. This is what he likes to do. He likes to sniff the front. He doesn't like to be in trouble, but he's right there, kind of testing a little bit of Marco. Marco doesn't want to give up that lead.
He does not. 52, not that quick, and this is what Arop can do. He doesn't go out that hard. He builds and he builds and he builds from the front. Hoey is there, Kessler on the curve, then Nuguse. Cole Hocker had a very slow start, but got himself onto the back of the field now with Chappell, who's a very good finisher as well. But this is what Arop does, down the back straight, stretching everybody. They think they're in contention, and all of a sudden, he goes away. Josh Hoey trying to chase, then Kessler, then Nuguse. Elliot Giles and Josh Kerr, the 2 Brits, a long, long, long way back, because Arop is away and gone into the home straight. Look at the gaps in this. This is sensational from the Canadian, absolutely destroying this field. Arop looking better than ever, miles ahead. Watch the clock, 1:43.35 off a 52.1 first lap. Whoa. They could not live with him. They could not live with him. 1:43.35. I mean, Masalela ran brilliantly last week, the young Botswan, and run quicker than that, but not like that. You're no pacemaker, no lights.
Yep.
Control the race. I mean, it's deceptive. You can watch it. You can see what he's doing. He gets to the bell and then just goes. When you should be slowing down, what tends to happen at that part of the race, people slow down.
Yeah.
He starts to speed up, and the guys who've sat at the back thinking, we're going to start and move through now, the 1500 guys, it ain't happening, guys. He's going away. Very, very impressive there. 1:43.38. Hoey clear, very clear in second. Nuguse will be happy to have finished ahead of the rest as we head towards the 1500 tomorrow. That set it up very nicely for him.
Marco Arop's performance wasn't just fast, it was tactically decisive and psychologically disruptive. From the gun, Marco Arop established control with a composed 52-second opening lap. That split is quick, but not exceptional at the elite level. Typically a setup for a tactical, bunched final lap. Most of the field, including Josh Hoey and Hobbs Kessler, settled into that expectation. Meanwhile, the 1500-meter specialists, Cole Hocker, Josh Kerr, and Yared Nuguse, positioned themselves conservatively, anticipating a late-race slowdown that would play to their closing speed. That slowdown never came. Instead, Arop made the defining move immediately after the bell. Rather than conserving energy for a traditional kick, he applied sustained pressure, increasing pace down the back straight in a way that forced the field into a prolonged anaerobic response. This wasn't a surge, it was a controlled escalation. The distinction matters. A surge can be matched briefly, but sustained acceleration over 300 meters exposes physiological limits and collapses tactical positioning. The field hesitated, a critical error. Runners remained within themselves for just a moment too long, expecting the pace to normalize. By the time they recognized the move, Arop had already created separation that required an unsustainable effort to close. At that point, the race dynamic fundamentally shifted. What should have been a competitive final straight became a solo demonstration of strength and control. Winning in 1:43 under these conditions, no pacemaker, no pacing lights, and leading from the front, is rare. Doing so while actively breaking the field magnifies the performance. Behind him, Hoey's second-place finish stands out as highly credible. His race was disciplined and confirms upward trajectory and readiness to compete at this level. Nuguse, finishing best among the 1500 millimeters group, showed solid form, but the race structure neutralized his primary strength, a late kick off a slower pace. The broader takeaway is strategic. The 1500 millimeters athletes misread the race entirely. Their approach depended on a predictable deceleration that never occurred. Against a runner like Arop, who combines endurance, front-running confidence, and the ability to accelerate late, that strategy becomes vulnerable. Arop is not just winning races, he is redefining how they are run. With a 141 level personal best and the willingness to dictate pace from the front, he forces competitors into uncomfortable reactive racing. That shifts the burden from tactics to raw capability. This performance wasn't just a victory, it was control, execution, and intent. A clear signal that Arop can dictate outcomes regardless of field composition.